Now, while we benefit from obviously the situation continuing, because it means that we don't have to leave Malaysia. We're fairly okay being here because we've got a CMCO, means don't have to leave. I don't like the fact that the rest of the people in Malaysia suffer. I think we've gone a bit too far with this now. As somebody who would be at risk, I'm all for we chuck on our masks and we go back to work, because otherwise there isn't going to be any work. You know, businesses cannot cope like this, people cannot cope like this, people are depressed. I've got friends who are depressed. It's not a good scene for people to be in. Situation, this can't continue. So this area here, that building over there, those two towers, that's where we used to live. This area is called Taman Non-Chick. No, I don't know. Yes, it is, sort of roughly. And we used to look over to that area in front of me, which is Singapore, which was a nice view. You know, I was looking across the water to Singapore. But lots of changes now in the area since we were here, or while we were here. This road, for instance, when we first came to Malaysia, didn't exist. None of that flyover in front of me existed. All of these buildings you see in front of me, right and left, none of those existed. Exciting times, huh? So today has been a weird day, weather-wise. We've had no sun whatsoever. It's been, well, this is the best it's been, which is just like nothing. No sun, no rain, just nothing. Most of the day it's been like this, but drizzling or raining. We don't often get days like this. Normally I tend to get like a rain and then a sunny period, but this today has just been duller than dull. So on our way home, we're just coming up to Tanga Bay on our left, and you can see that crown in front of me. That is the Sultan's Palace on our right, the big sparkling crown on the top. So the RMCO, or the MCO, or whatever it's being called at the moment, which puts us back under lockdown. As I said, it's not awful where we are, because we live on a nice estate and we can kind of go out the door and walk around the estate a little bit if we need exercise. Plus our house is nice. If we were trapped in our old apartment, which is the one I just showed you, that's like on the 7th floor. That would have been a bit too much. At least with this one I can go out and stand in the garden if I want to. It's not a big garden, but it's still a garden nevertheless. We have the outside world. We've all got enough room in the house to get our own space. As long as they keep the internet running, we'll be fine. Don't see we have another one by the look of it, yeah. Malaysians and rain don't go well together. Or drive right up your bumper like at speed, pushing you all the time to move, and people here don't move. They sit in the middle lane, as you can see. They'll sit in the outside lane even though they might be the only car in that lane and there's no other cars in the other lanes. They'll just sit there. So people just get behind them and start basically pushing them, if you like. Not physically, but they get as close as they can without actually touching them to try to intimidate people out of the way. Also, Malaysians love to text and drive. That's always a good thing. And then they get a bit of rain, and it doesn't rain a little bit here, so as I told you, it rains big time. The road conditions change a lot. Seen, well, I think the first one was just like a single car that played into the central reservation. The second one was like 7 or 8 cars that all banged into each other. Because they drive so close, nobody can react in time. Then when I was with Leo, we saw another couple of accidents. So I've probably seen 5 or 6 accidents today. On a normal day, I wouldn't see any. Just the rain, and it's the same every time. See, one of the things you probably noticed is, although I can talk a hell of a lot when I'm vlogging, on the bike I stopped talking. The main reason is, I like to just drift off when I'm on the bike, you know, just go into my own little world and like nothing to talk about. I just want to be in the moment and enjoy it. Anyway, all new. Everything you see in front of you is new. Legoland, all in the last 12 years. Legoland been built, all of these properties in front of me have been new. Every single thing here, last 12 years. New, it's a whole new area. Whole new city. Got Eagles Hospital in front of me. I quite like that one. Affinity Residency. Sounds a bit Russian, doesn't it? A bit bold and bankrupt. Affinity Residency. Ski. If I had a ski in it. Affinity Resident Ski. Ah, Mr. Bold, I presume. Anyway, yeah, I quite like that one.